Nothing. Nothing being mentioned at all. Pretty sure Austria was planning on doing it last session, but then World War II happened. That is true. That is very true. Arabia could upgrade their unit types and haven't done it. I wonder why. And losing stability. And gaining stability. Twice. Lots of attrition on Arabia's side. Arabia's already out of manpower. And they're fighting in mountains and stuff over here. Like, this is just bad for Arabia. It's going to take Arabia a long time to recover from this, which means that the Ottomans are just going to fall increasingly to the Commonwealth. This is only good for the Commonwealth. And they're losing ships as well. Although actually Arabia's navy seems pretty decent. Although this is just losing Andalusian ships, which are expensive. Ah! Unless, of course, the Andalusia has decent capture chance, but considering they haven't captured anything, no. And the rest of the Ottoman navy just arrived, sending Andalusia packing. Why? Why? This is really, really bad. Oh, Commonwealth's just going to run away with it from this point on. Mughals have appeared. Told you it would happen this session. So, just in case it wasn't confusing enough having 3 green powers in one area. Oh, having 2 green powers in one area. We now have 3. Conspiracy theory. Helson had a hand in Arabian Andalusia not being here today. That's some serious metagaming from Helson in that case. So what does this mean for the game's power balance? Like, in terms of income, who's making the most? Arabia is still first. Commonwealth is second. Portugal is third. Then Ming. Then the Netherlands. Then Vichy. I mean, the Vichy-Arabia alliance could still have some impact, though you need Andalusia in that one too. I'm genuinely upset by this. This map needs more green, not enough green. St. Patrick's today, after all. All non-green nations will get punched. I mean, Ireland's had a pretty good session, even though he was only here for the beginning. Like, the Irish are continuing to colonize. Like, one thing that the AI is good at doing is just colonizing stuff. So leaving them to do that, I think, is a fairly strong thing. Meanwhile, the war down here just gets ever more bloody. Arabia continues... Oh, that's against Aragon. Andalusian troops continue to feed through. Andalusia being tapped for manpower as well. I suppose... Yeah. Public service announcement. Set your dang AI settings to prevent this nonsense. This is the second time Arabia's done it too. Arabia's had their warning. Here we go, battle. 116 discipline against 115, 5.1 morale against 4.5. Arabia having way too much artillery in that fight. Nowhere near enough of a front line. And you know why that is? Because they have no manpower. Second time Arabia's done it to the Ottomans, no less. Yeah, the thing that I am the most curious about is the Andalusia Ottoman alliance. I don't know if that was from before this or not. I don't think it was. I think the Ottomans were only allied to Bavaria. In fact, I'm pretty sure they were only allied to Bavaria. In which case, one of the AIs made that alliance. I don't know who it was. But Arabia could well lose some land here. Because they're tapped. They're down. I'm sending troops into the steppes just to die. Arabia's lost 130,000 troops to their 80. It's like 2-to-1 losses almost. Oh well, that's all that resistance gone. Meanwhile, Brunei continues taking on more of Australia. Dutch. Australian intention seem to have slowed down a bit. I think they might be going for more Indonesia. If we just go and select you. I want to see where you're colonizing. You're down to just 3 colonists. I'm actually a little bit surprised that you're sticking to the 3. You can be colonizing more than 3 locations, and you have the money to do it. With the Dutch, I'd probably be trying to colonize maybe 5 places at once, because for every colony that you're colonizing beyond the number of colonists you have costs 100%, and then 400%, then 800% more. So it does scale pretty poorly, but that first 2, that's doable, especially if you're wealthy, possibly even 3. So I think the Dutch could be colonizing a little quicker than they are right now. Is Portugal doing anything special in that regard, or are they also keeping to the numbers? 3 colonists colonizing 4 places. See, that makes more sense. And because they're doing it, it's going to be costing them just a little bit more in colonial maintenance. So 4 ducats for that 4th colony rather than the usual 2. With that income, you can manage that. It's fine. Is Brunei doing anything along those lines? Brunei has actually been pretty competent in the colonial thing so far, but no, they're not. But then their surplus is also a lot narrower. What about the Netherlands? Yeah, Netherlands could easily afford it. How do you colonize more than the 3? You start the colony going, so it's turned your color, and then you recall your colonists. The colony will continue to grow, they just won't get the settler bonus anymore. And then you just send the settler off somewhere else. So with the Portuguese, one of these will not have the settler bonus. Oh, they're doing 5 at a time. See, that's pretty good. Also, Kiwi, if you're listening, stop. This is not the first time you've done something which is rather coincidental. Like, watch the VOD afterwards, not live. So, hang on. No colonists. So, Nootka has no settler here right now, while this one does. So every year there's a 25... Sorry, every month there's a 25% chance that this settler will attract additional colonists, and then you get a bonus. I don't know how many settlers you get as a bonus, but yeah, every month there's a 25% chance, and that percent chance will grow as the colony grows. So the bigger it is, the more chance that there are of new colonists. But it takes time to send them out, then recall, then send them out again. Well, actually, the recall is instant, but to send them out again takes longer. Dutch invasion of Mexico. It is the Dutch invasion of Mexico, so this could be some quite serious gains for the Dutch. Let's take a look at how this war's going. The Dutch massively... Anzac, I like it. The Dutch massively outnumber... Kokomis at this point. Kokomis are actually down to low enthusiasm. They have lots of war exhaustion. So the Dutch could really pick up some very, very juicy territories. And they've got the adjacency here. So taco or sausage is just going to grow at this point. And I'm going to guess that they're going to go for this central area. I couldn't imagine why. It's a complete mystery to me. Although, if he does know, the Dutch and the Danish are actually really close friends. I was going to say the Danish could make a pretty penny if the Dutch do this, but the Danes won't be privateering the Dutch, probably. Because if they were, then they could be poaching the treasure fleet, and there we go. Exactly what I anticipated. Oh no, it's not. You wanted the Pacific port more than this? Okay, that's a weird peace deal. Like, grabbing that one, I get it, even though it's wool. But if you wanted the Pacific Coast, why not grab these? Like, gold, 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 gems, rather than wool, grain, 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 fish. You've basically just taken the worst provinces in Mexico instead of the adjacent best ones. Why? And now that Kakoma's hegemony of this area has been shattered, they will probably implode, or one of the other Europeans will say, oh, those guys are really weak, and then grab those provinces. And because he took a fair amount of land, there's probably going to be quite a long truce. Which means you've basically just denied yourself from the gold. $37. Yeah, 14 years from now. That was a maximum truce. Got to put the inflation reduction in the Dutch national ideas to use. Exactly. Like, that makes no sense to me. I'm actually going to pull him into chat because I'm very curious about this. Where is he? Oh, he's not actually in chat because he couldn't get Discord working earlier. Oh well. Sorry, can't talk to him. Now I have to set all my windows up again. That. You. Cool. We're back. In the English games, I just let somebody else take Mexico and pirate the hell out of their trade instead. I mean, to be fair, I frequently do that too. But considering he had the opportunity to take the gold and then didn't take the gold, I'm just astonished. Like, why wouldn't you take the gold? It's there. Yes, you make a fair amount of money from piracy. You make more money if you own the gold itself, though. And get it home. And being the Dutch, the player who is the most likely to pirate you is your friend. So that's less of a risk. Like, if it was Andalusia who took it, or if it was Portugal who took it, then the risk of piracy is pretty sodding high. But it was the Dutch. Like, probably the one colonial power who could have gotten away with it. Mughals expanding in Siberia. Mughals, do you have exploration or expansion? They have taken expansion. Let the colonizing begin. They also have loads of merchants that they're not using right now. You should definitely be getting some more merchants. Get these guys in action. Probably just finished off trade ideas. No, you haven't actually finished it. Can I show the player map mode? I can, yes. As soon as I remember where it is. It is diplomatic. I'm sure it is. There it is. So there you go. We have the common blob here under Helsenstraat. We have the Austrians under Cold Rage. We have fewer in Prussia. Dat guy from the Dutch. GN Fighter playing for the French. Blue Kiwi for the Portuguese. Andalusia is also a player, but not here today. Aragon is no longer a player, so Aragon's territory is up for grabs. We have Turndrup down in Ethiopia. We've got Calico in Arabia, though he is not here today. We had Bacon Killer in the Ottomans, but he has dropped out, so the Ottomans are now open for expansion. Holy Victor in the Malian territories. Mean Wolf in Congo. I don't think there are any other African players. We've got Darkfighter doing the deed as the Timurid. We've got Klemf in Visionagar playing a very good game over there. We've got Commander Faceless in Brunei expanding out over that way. We have Arachnos in Daiviet, but he's not here today. We've got Trav in Ava, but she's not here today. We've got Fizz Biscuits MacGuffin over in Japan. Who have I missed? I feel like I missed someone. Val in Denmark, but he's not here today. CPM in Ireland, but he's not here today. Have I missed anyone? No, I don't think I have. Yay! Have the Mughals kept Timmy ideas? Yep, they have. They've decided to stay with the land leader shock and discipline and morale and shock damage. Shock damage against Commonwealth. I'm not sure that's a good plan. Now here's a question. Combat ability, does that increase damage or does it increase damage and reduce damage in the same way that discipline does? I'm not actually sure about that. Might have to look that one up. I don't actually know what impact combat ability has. I know it's good. I know it makes my soldiers hit more better. But I don't actually know how. Combat ability increases damage. Does not seem to reduce damage though, so combat ability increases damage while discipline increases damage and also reduces damage because it increases your tactics. Combat ability is just damage dealt. Both casualties and morale has no effect on tactics, so no change in damage taken. Okay. It's the first time I ever looked that up, so combat... Yeah, okay. Combat ability kills more stuff better, while discipline reduces it. And does more. More gooder, as we say here in the south, just to annoy the grammar folks. Yeah, there are a lot of people here not today. There are a lot of people not here today. Wow, I am not speaking properly right now. Sir Netrom, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. And the Boreas, thank you as well. And Atazuma, welcome to the channel. Good to see so many new faces here. Welcome. Yes, Dutch republics can indeed get plutocratic. Even though you've already got aristocratic. Dutch republic is a republic. Therefore you can get plutocratic. With your rather juicy trade efficiency and heavy ship combat modifier. Although Dutch republics have the Orangists versus Statists ability, which used to be a really cool feature. I absolutely love the way that the Statist-Orangist power balance works. But the events which trigger and allow you to modify this just don't seem to happen very often anymore. So I don't know what exactly has changed there, but it's nowhere near as interesting a system as it used to be. It's definitely nowhere near as good a system as it used to be. And I find the Dutch Republic a little bit underwhelming now. Almost kind of prefer the regular Republic, and I definitely prefer the Pirate Republic. Pirate Republics are amazing. Like, if you had the opportunity to turn the Netherlands into a Pirate Republic... Oh wow, that would be dangerous. How would you do that? Because you have to be an island not connected to the mainland. So if you could form the Netherlands and then get rid of all your territories and take like Gotland or Bornholm, you could become a pirate republic that way.